Hi everyone, and welcome to our webinar with Udemy. My name is Ashley, and I'm here live with Jasmine, part of the marketing team over at Udemy. Jasmine has a great presentation for everyone today, and we'll be taking your questions. If you have a question, please type it into the chat window. And Jasmine, please take it away.
Great. Thanks so much, Ashley. It's great to be here, and I just first want to say welcome to Udemy, moms, and thank you, Moms Meet, for having us. Hopefully in the next 15 to 20 minutes, we can get to know each other, and I'm happy to take any questions at the end. So first of all, I'll be your host today. My name is Jasmine. This is a picture of me next to the Pacific Ocean. And like Ashley mentioned, I'm on the marketing team here at Udemy. So our agenda for today. We'll first begin with what is Udemy. And fun fact, in case you're wondering how to pronounce the name, Udemy actually comes from Academy of You. So hopefully that'll be helpful to some of you if you, after this webinar, you forgot how to pronounce this. So after going over what we do, I'd love to give a product tour walkthrough. So we'll go onto our website, go through some of the features, how to pick a course, so on and so forth. And throughout this entire presentation, if you have any questions, please type it into the chat box, and I'll be sure to take them during our Q&A session. At the very end, we'll talk about prizes. So I definitely want to encourage everyone here to stay till the end. Great, so we'll begin with what is Udemy. So first and foremost, Udemy is a platform for online learning. Our mission is to help anyone learn anything. And how do we do this? We do this by providing over 40,000 on-demand courses taught by expert instructors. Our courses can range from writing and creativity to baking, to coding and IT, to entrepreneurship, business communication, so on and so forth. We have great instructors ranging from Elizabeth Gilbert, author of Eat, Pray, Love. She has a great course on creativity, to more homegrown instructors like Teresa Greenway, who has a series of Udemy's most popular baking courses. And we really believe that anyone can be a teacher, and we want to make it accessible for anyone to create a course and to put it on our platform. That being said, we also really value quality, and we ensure the quality of our courses through a stringent review process and as a marketplace, similar to Amazon. Student reviews, popularity, number of enrolled all ensure that the best courses are the most visible ones. Great. So what distinguishes us? We really believe that learning should fit any lifestyle. While many of us might be familiar with formal education or learning through books or going to an in-person class, we also understand that lots of our students wear multiple hats and maybe have a full-time job or are taking care of their children and don't have time to go into a classroom. So we want our students to be able to learn anytime, anywhere, on your computer, mobile device, Android or iPhone, and on Apple TV. Once you enroll in a course, you have lifetime access to that course, and if it's not what you were looking for, we promise a 30-day money-back guarantee. So we really just want to make it as easy for our students as possible to take a step forward in whatever their learning goals are. And it's really important for us to ensure that our courses are accessible, rewarding, and relevant. These are the values that we really hold true at this company. And we see this best exemplified in some really amazing student stories. I'm just going to go over a few briefly today, and I'd be happy to go into detail in the Q&A if you have any more questions. For instance, beginning from left to right, our student Adrian Gomez, he's a self-taught programmer from El Salvador, and through a Udemy course, really landed his career-changing job when he was hired to build the mobile app El Salvador's biggest newspaper, which is a really amazing story and life-changing for the student. Similarly, we have student Elizabeth Anderson from California. Elizabeth taught 13 years of fourth grade I think she recognized that technology is a really important asset for her students to learn, and her school didn't have any resources for technology courses for their students. So through taking several Udemy courses, she taught herself to become fluent in the different technological skills that her students would need and became their school's tech instructor. On the flip side, we also have instructors, 13-year-old twins, Erica and Cody, who, through experiencing courses on Udemy, decided that they wanted to create their own course and ended up creating a course about a popular kids video game, Minecraft, that was directly targeted at parents. So it was a course teaching parents how to play this game, and uploaded it to Udemy, where a lot of people were able to enjoy it. So here's a quick snapshot of Udemy by the numbers. We have over 12 million students across the world, 40,000 courses and growing, and 20,000 instructors. We're really excited to be bringing the Moms Meet community into ours, and hopefully in our product walkthrough, we can answer some of your questions to get you started on your first course. So in our product tour, we'll cover how to sign up, how to search for courses, course choosing tips, how to wish list a course, and then once you have your first course, how to take a course, basic navigation, getting started, changing speed, bookmarks, and notes. If at any point you have any questions, again, please feel free to type it into the chat box, and we'll be sure to cover it during our question and answer. Great, so at this point, I'm going to exit out of the presentation and get to our website. So, udemy.com, udemy.com. This is the page you'll enter in. To sign up, you simply go into the top right corner here, sign up and start learning. Our sign up process is super easy. Just start with your name, that's my name, email, and then create a password here and click sign up. So I've already signed up, of course, I work here. So I'll go into my account. So once you signed up, this is the feature page that you're brought to. And our students, like I mentioned before, come from all walks of life. Some of them are here for a specific reason. They want to learn how to start programming, they want to learn yoga, they want to learn photography. Some other students are here just to browse. So if I were here for a specific reason, let's say I'm interested in baking courses, I can go up here and search baking. And what comes up is a list of our top baking courses. So here's Teresa Greenway, we introduced her earlier. And the courses are organized and ranked by popularity, ratings, and number of enrollments. So we can see we have Sourdough Bread Baking 101, Bake Artisan Sourdough Bread, Making the Best Pizza Crust, so on and so forth. I think depending on your learning needs, definitely taking a look at what's featured first on these after you make a search query will be really helpful. Again, we're really similar to Amazon, where they might have 100 different sellers of the same product, but looking at the reviews and the number of purchases really helps our students make the decision on which course is best for them. And we can look at the #1 course here, #1 Sourdough Baking Bread 101. You can see here it's got a 4.8 rating out of 5, 263 ratings overall, and 1,789 students enrolled. What I really like to do is take a look at the preview video here, read through about this course. What are the requirements? What am I going to get? Who is the target audience? For instance, I'm definitely a beginner at sourdough bread baking, so it's great to know that this course is for beginners. This course is not for the seasoned sourdough baker. We try to have our instructors be really explicit about who their target audience is to better help our students find the right course for them. And then scrolling down, we can take a look at different projects students have made in the course. Somehow I don't think my first loaf of bread is going to look this beautiful, but that's a beautiful loaf of sourdough. And hopefully at the end of this course, I'd be able to make that. Scrolling through then, we have the curriculum here. You can look at the number of lectures, and we can also preview certain lectures as well to get a sense of the instructor's style, their communication style, and generally how they're teaching the course. Some of our instructors like to use video of themselves. Some of them like to use PowerPoint slides. So that's also dependent on learning needs, which one you prefer as well. Then finally, you can look at the instructor biography. And what I think is most interesting and helpful for deciding a course is looking at what students have mentioned before about this. Scrolling through all of the reviews and making a decision for whether or not this course is for me. If I think I'm looking for something else, this panel right here, this module here helps a lot as well. Students who viewed this course also viewed X, Y, and Z. Again, it's very similar to Amazon, where we know we have a lot of products, but we also want to help our users find the right course for them. Great. So let's say I'm not sure that I want to really dig deep into sourdough bread baking, but I also want to see what Udemy has. I can go into this browse feature in the upper left-hand corner. We have all of our courses categorized into categories here and subcategories within every category. So I'm interested in personal development. I can click on the category here, and it takes me to some featured courses within personal development. I can look at top paid courses, new and noteworthy, so on and so forth. I can also, if I want to see all courses besides just what's featured, I click on all courses up here on the left and take a look at all of the courses that are in personal development. Here we have great features that allow you to sort by popularity, ratings, newest, low to high, so on. We can also filter by paid courses, different levels, whether or not there are captions, and language. So definitely if English is your second language, we have great courses in a number of other languages that are very popular with our students. Great. So again, this is a selection of all of our courses in personal development. So let's say I already know Elizabeth Gilbert has a great course on Udemy. Here I can start searching for Elizabeth Gilbert as an instructor, and she actually shows up at the bottom of this search query. I click on it, and this takes us to Elizabeth Gilbert's instructor page. Through this page, I can find the exact course and click into it. So I've actually already enrolled in this course, so we'll move on to the next section. Actually, let me go back to show how you can enroll in the course. Let's see. If I want to take this Reiki course and I want to enroll, I'll simply click Take This Course here, and then it'll take you to the enrollment process. So once I've enrolled in the course, you can find your course up here in My Courses. So I've enrolled in Elizabeth Gilbert's course, and to start the course, I simply click on Start Course. This takes me into the course-taking dashboard. Here you can find course content, so what's in the course, Q&A. If you have any questions, I can ask my question here, and different instructor announcements. To start the course, I can simply click Continue to Lecture 1. And this will take me to the first lecture of Elizabeth Gilbert's Creativity Workshop. This is actually a great course. I've taken it. It's really fun and it's really popular with our students. If I feel like she's talking too slow, I can increase the speed up to 2x. If I feel like she's talking too fast, I can decrease it down to 50%. And I can also add a bookmark. For instance, if Liz says something that I think is super wise, I can add a bookmark. That was wise. Come back and review. And then this bookmark will stay in this lecture and be available for me to review later on. If I want to continue lecture 2, I simply click continue, so on and so forth. If I'm done with it or would like to skip around, you can click in this left-hand bar and skip to another lecture in the course. It's as simple as that. And if I'm done taking the course, I can go back to dashboard. Great. And if at any point you ever have any problems taking a course or finding a course, here at the bottom, we have a great support team that's ready to help you with pre-written articles of frequently asked questions and are super responsive with any questions that might not already be covered. Great. So that concludes our product tour for the time being. But again, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to go back to any section and review it.
Great, thanks, Jasmine. We have a lot of questions from our moms if you're ready.
Oh, that's great. Actually, okay. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Some of the questions you've already went over, but I think some moms may have come in right after you explained it, so you may have to go over it again. I apologize, but I'm going to tell the questions that we have from our moms. Are there any classes for more advanced moms? So if they already have some basic knowledge on a topic, can they only choose courses that are more advanced?
Yes, definitely. Depending on the topic that they're interested in, they can go into, for example, let's say it's office productivity and they want to learn Excel. They can go into office productivity, Microsoft Excel. Here they can click on all courses to see all courses and then filter by beginner, intermediate, or expert. So if I click intermediate or expert, only those intermediate courses will be displayed. And then you can go into every course and look at the details of exactly like what is offered in that course. Yeah.
Okay, great. We have a few moms who've asked how many classes can you take at one time, if there is any sort of maximum?
No, there is no maximum. You can enroll into as many courses as you possibly want to learn. Some of our students are enrolled in hundreds of courses and then make like their own course taking plan depending on where they are with their goals or their career. Maybe they take like 5 of them at once and then another 5 afterwards, but there's definitely no limit. We really want to make it as easy as possible for people to learn at their convenience. Yeah, and in any subject matter they would be interested in.
Okay, fantastic. We've had a few moms who wanted information on how they can actually become an instructor.
That's great. So here, if you go to teach.udemy.com, Udemy Teach, we have some great resources for how to become an instructor, what our quality review process is like, so on and so forth. You can go into course creation for how to create a course, course marketing for how to make sure, students are finding your course, and we have a great FAQ with frequently asked questions. But teach.udemy.com is definitely is our resource for becoming an instructor, and we really encourage, actually I want to tell the moms right now, like if there's something you really want to teach, teach it. We'd be happy to have you on our platform.
Great, and we had a follow-up question from the, does it cost anything to become an instructor?
Just to clarify, does it cost anything to become an instructor? Is that what the question was?
Yes. If they want to be an instructor, is there any cost to them?
No, it's completely open to anyone who wants to be an instructor. Some of our instructors do invest in video equipment or video editing software, but that's definitely on every instructor's own prerogative. And yeah, it doesn't cost anything on our end at all for you to become an instructor. We want to make it as easy and as accessible for anyone to teach anything.
Okay, thank you. Some of our moms are asking for, and I know we saw it on the screen when you were showing the tour, what is sort of a general price range on the classes that you have?
Great. So our price ranges from about $10 to $2.99 for a course. That being said, accessibility, again, is really important for us, and we like to have different promotions every month and make those courses that students are interested in available and affordable for them. So definitely check back.
Okay, great. We have one mom who asked if you know offhand, does any classes offer any sort of certification?
That's a great question. So definitely depending on the type of certification, the question could be yes or no. If it's IT and software certification, we actually have a whole subcategory of IT certification here. You can see on the screen. If there's a specific type of certification that you're looking for, I would suggest searching for that topic and maybe adding the word certification. We also, beyond IT and software, we have personal development. Like one of our most popular courses is actually a Reiki Level 1 and 2 Master Certification. It's got 26,000 students enrolled, and that comes with a cert. So yeah, I definitely encourage you to explore, depending on which certification you're interested in, and feel free to contact us and support if there's a particular course you're looking for and can't find.
Okay, great. Teresa just asked if you sign up for a course, are you automatically enrolled, or is there sort of an approval process you need to go through?
If you sign up for a course, you're automatically enrolled. So if I click Take This Course and go through the enrollment process, it'll pop up right inside my courses next to all of the other courses I have. And if there's ever any problems where you can't find a course you've enrolled in, again, please contact our support. We're super willing to help and explain the whole process to you.
Okay, great. Beth would like to know how exactly the wish list works, if it's really just a place to organize classes you want to take, or if there's anything else involved with the wish list.
That's a great question. So the wish list is actually, for instance, if you are browsing, certain courses and you see something interesting, but you're not quite sure yet if you want to take it or not, we can wish list that course right here on the course card. There's a little heart button. When you click on it, that immediately pops it into your wish list here. And when that course is maybe on sale, send you an email letting you know, hey, the course you wish listed is currently at a sale price, and ask if you're interested in maybe enrolling now. And in my courses is probably the section where you can organize all the courses you're enrolled in.
Perfect, thank you. We've had a few moms who just wanted to clarify if any of the courses are on a specific day and time that you have to be there live, or are they mostly sort of a video on demand learning?
Yeah, that's a great question. All of our courses are on demand. Once you enroll, you can take it at any time. Maybe you can take it the next day, you can take it immediately, you can take it a year later. You can take it, you can listen to it while you're driving your kids to work, or listen to it while you're at the grocery store. We definitely want to make learning accessible for any lifestyle. So there's no specific date or time.
Great. Also, when you take a course, some of our moms are wondering if there's any way to communicate with the other attendees and also ask the instructor direct questions.
Definitely. So within the course taking experience, we have a Q&A section right here where you can ask a question, and the instructor or maybe like a teaching assistant will answer it. From some of our more, I guess, high-profile courses like Elizabeth Gilbert, she might not always be available to answer questions, but a lot of our instructors are actually very responsive and make it a point to answer every single student question that they receive. Yeah, but we definitely want to make that accessible for students and to make instructors available for that.
Absolutely, great. We have a mom who actually would want your recommendation. If you feel it would be best to sign up her whole family as one account, or if you think it'd be easier for each member of her family to sign up as a different user.
I think there are pros and cons. That's an interesting question. I think there are pros and cons to both. One of the things that we really try, similar to Netflix, one of the things we really try to work on is by like recommending courses that we think you're interested in. So you recently viewed XYZ because you enrolled in Liz Gilbert, here are similar courses. So I think similar to Netflix, if the whole family is using one account and everyone has, maybe your son is interested in working out or your daughter is interested in coding and software, that might make the recommendations a little messier. So I think if you want cleaner recommendations, giving everyone their own account makes the most sense. That being said, I think if it's easier as a family to organize the courses or to help ensure that your children have successfully enrolled in a course, it might be easier to have one account that the parent manages.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. We have a few moms who ask, once you register and pay for a course, do you have to take it in any certain amount of time, or is there any sort of expiration on that course?
Great question. There's no expiration. You can take the course immediately. You can take it a day later. You can take it a year later. It's really lifetime access.
Thank you. Jennifer asked, what age do you recommend that children can start taking these courses? So are there any courses for younger children, or does it start more along sort of the teenage years? What would you recommend as far as an age appropriate?
I think, honestly, children of any age that know to be responsible on the internet can start taking Udemy courses. I think beginning with maybe arts and crafts or lifestyle could be really interesting for kids. We have great color pencil drawing courses or drawing courses in general. A lot of our students actually, now that coding is really popular, we've seen a lot of younger children, like whether under 10 or in their teens, taking our most popular development courses and really learning about web development, how to code in Python or Java, all of these really popular languages that can really help them get ahead either in school or in their careers later on, or just as like a great critical thinking hobby to learn on the side, something that they can use to start creating a website or starting their own blog, so on and so forth. Yeah, I honestly feel like there's no age limit to who can take a Udemy course. And one thing I do want to stress, in case parents are concerned about safety, is that we have a stringent quality review process that ensures that none of our courses feature guns or violence or anything of that sort. Every video has been reviewed, and we want to ensure that that's not something that's on our platform.
That's very helpful. Thank you. A few moms were just wondering if there are any free courses available that they can sort of use to try out the website.
Yeah, definitely. So actually, if you go into a lot of the courses, a lot of the categories have free modules, or let's see, or they show you the free courses. Alternatively, you can go into all courses here and then filter by free. And this goes for every single category that we have. So if you're interested in business and you want to try it out, you can filter by free as well. I actually have a great free astronomy course if anyone's interested. Just a side note.
Thank you. This may be a large question, but some of our moms just had a question. They saw on the website there's something about an app, and they'd like to know if you have an app or how that app works.
Yeah, definitely. We have both iOS, so Apple, and Android apps to allow you to watch a Udemy course or listen to a Udemy course on your iPhone, Android phone, iPad. We also just recently launched on Apple TV, so you can also watch it on your TV on the big screen. Yeah, and feel free to find us in the App Store.
Yeah. Perfect. If our moms have any questions or want to stay in contact with you on social media, what pages do you have available for them?
That's a great question. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter. Facebook, just type in Udemy, U-D-E-M-Y, and we should be the first option available. It's the one located in San Francisco. And similarly, I think our Twitter handle is just at Udemy, U-D-E-M-Y. And if there are any questions, you can also feel free to email me afterwards. And I can give you the exact links to our social media pages.
Okay, thanks. We had another question just come in. You had mentioned courses in different languages, and they would just like to know what are the kind of languages that courses come in, or if you were discussing learning a different language through the courses.
Yeah, I mean, we have both, actually. We have courses to learn Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, French, so on and so forth. We also have courses in different languages. So again, if you go into a category page or subcategory page, and here in all courses, we can filter by language. So if I uncheck English, then I see there's also Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish, German, French, Arabic, Japanese, Italian, and Russian. Depending on the course or topic, there might be some more languages than in others. But in general, we know that a lot of our students are international. We want to make courses available for them.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Jasmine, for presenting today. That is the majority of the questions that we received from our moms. Do you have any closing thoughts or anything you'd like to share with our moms before they go today?
Yeah, I mean, again, I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak with moms and to engage with the Moms Meet community. And thank you to everyone who stayed till the end. I mentioned prizes. I think afterwards, Ashley and I will pick 5 people to receive complimentary credits to use towards Udemy courses as a thank you for being part of this webinar. And you can use this credit on any course that you like. I also really encourage everyone here to maybe check out our website, check out the courses, and maybe get started with your first course. Again, I'm available at any time to answer questions, and thank you so much again for having me.
Thanks, Jasmine. A lot of our moms are writing in that they love the presentation. Thank you for presenting today's webinar. Moms, thank you for attending today. Again, we'll contact today's webinar winners via email. All attendees today will also receive those 1,000 Moms Meet points by the end of the week. So thank you for coming today, and everyone have a great day.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. Have a great day.